All right. All right, mate. Let me just adjust this bad boy over here to get my camera in place. All right. All right. Don't mind all the noise in the back. Seems to be quite a noisy day for my neighbors. Here we go. Let's go. All right. Have we got that? We good? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zonin is like, oh, you guys trying to do a live stream? No, no, we're not. Actually, let me start this. This is my first live stream ever. So, hi guys, it's your boy Zonin. But this is gonna be my first live stream ever for anything. So long as the camera doesn't drop off, I think we're good. These are the best thumbnails. First live stream, yes sir, yes sir. First live stream ever of anything. Don't mind all the clothes in the back. And if you do hear noise everywhere, my apologies. I'm trying to get it at a height where, you know what, I'm gonna just lean back. While okay, yeah, so I'm gonna just lean back while reading. But essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this out to you guys. That's gonna sound real weird, but let's just go with it. And I'm reading the WW1 Read Seven Deadly Sins thingy majiggy. So far all good. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, that's thanks man. Thanks. I love you, Miyamoto. But yeah, let's go straight into it. Best live stream ever. Your boy's Onin. I love that guy by the way. But it's actually your boy Sundown Rider. The Sundown Rider. So let's go. The first page, gotta put it in. I'm too broke to afford lean. What? Nani? But yeah, so the oh, okay. So the first thing we see is the spell was just a hair too late. Meliodas the Demon King is born. I'd show you the image, copyright. But what's that? I thought it was something shiny, man. Okay, so yeah, so Meliodas the Demon King is born. Now Meliodas looks dope. He looks like a frick. He looks like a Power Ranger. Not gonna lie, he's got like essentially these two golden. I'm not even. You can't really call them wings. He's got like these two. It looks like the Iron Spider. To be honest, if y'all are aware of the Iron Spider, you saw it in Avengers. A lot of you watched Avengers. He's got the. Oh my God! There's so much noise coming from that room. I apologize, but yeah, he's got like two Iron Spider like legs coming down from his over his right left shoulder, and he's got two wings of darkness. Well, it's not really wings; it's kind of like a scarf kind of thing, like fur. It looks kind of very Night's Watchy, but and he's got demonic markings all over it. He's got his own kind of demonic marking. It's kind of like a sun bursting out. He's got these golden kind of gloves almost extending to his just behind the middle of his tricep all the way down to his wrists and maybe even his hands, and it's kind of got like markings on it. But let's continue. And he's wearing spandex. He's looking like a straight Power Ranger. So Seven Deadly Sins, chapter 300. The adventures of these seven is yet to be over. Cool, cool, cool. So Meliodas, they recognize the guy straight away. Oh yeah, yeah. Bruh, it's a live stream. If you haven't read it, it's best you leave. All right. Yes, I haven't read it either, so like I'm reading it with you guys or to you guys, depending on how kinky you're feeling. But yeah, so Diane's looking over at Meliodas. Everyone's looking over at Meliodas. King and Diane looking down at him. Meliodas has grown taller. Shit. I mean, who was it? Who was it that was saying with me? I think it was Naya. We were both of the mindset that Meliodas would still be in his midget form, but apparently not. So Meliodas, is that really you? You sure went through a whole lot, didn't you, Elizabeth? And Seven Deadly Sins. Oh my God, Meliodas, his eyes are clear, and he's smiling. He seems to be in good spirits. He doesn't seem to be in ape shit mode. I thought he was gonna straight be like crazy Demon King mode, like the darkness had accompanied him, and it looks like it's light outside. So props to everyone else apart from Grim and myself who said that the darkness was something that had accompanied Meliodas, and everything was dark because of his eternal darkness coming with him. It turns out it's just there is no darkness; it's light outside. So you sure went through a whole lot, didn't you, Elizabeth? And Seven Deadly Sins, the rare beast as well. Rare beast. Okay, he referred to Hawk as rare beast. Something's not quite right. So he's looking at Elizabeth, and she's annoyed at him. Okay, she's annoyed that Meliodas has hit puberty, and she obviously she's like, "You're not Meliodas. Who are you?" I'm like, "Lady, check him out. Like he's looking like no homo, possibly a little homo, but he's looking good right now. Dude's looking like the White Ranger, combined with like if there was ever a Gold Ranger, this is the time." And she's not liking how he's looking. She's like, "You're not Meliodas. You're not the one I know. Who are you?" she's got like fury in her eyes. Diane's looking shocked. King's looking concerned. Is that Merlin? Merlin's on the verge of death, essentially. Escanor looks shocked. Galtha looks like Galtha. Zeldris then says, Meliodas, I kept my end of the bargain. It's your turn to keep your promise now. Tell me where Gelda is. Okay, so last chapter they were talking about resurrection. This chapter, Zeldris is saying, tell me where Gelda is. So that's hinting towards Gelda possibly being alive and imprisoned in a seal of some sort rather than dead dead. Now Meliodas might pop out with some dead stuff here, so let's see how that goes. Okay, so Meliodas instantly just looking at the picture, he has darkness covering his eyes, not the demonic darkness, just kind of like the dramatic darkness. So suggests something bad's about to go down. Justin Ukabiala. Okay, cool. What's up? What's up, G? So yeah, Meliodas got darkness shrouding his eyes. Oh, Zeldris, your heart is still bound by that blood-sucking vampire of a woman. He is not the same Meliodas we've known for a while. Not only Meliodas, but you as well. I'm just utterly dumbfounded at how you could allow yourselves to become like this. All right, he said you and Meliodas. This dude is the Demon King, like the Demon King, Meliodas' father. I think Meliodas' father has inhabited Meliodas' body. I'm gonna put it out there right now, because that is all I need really to throw out something that heavy. Let's see what happens. I might just be chatting big time shit. Why does it feel like something shiny down there, man? But yeah, Zeldris looks shocked, and Diane instantly notices it like I did. That tone, it really isn't the captain, is it? The captain has never once ever called me a rare beast. Like I said, the rare beast thing that threw me off as well. So he's never referred to his hawk as a rare beast. Elizabeth's like, I knew it. Merlin's like, sis, this is bad. Don't like that sis thing, but okay. Ruduciel, to think someone as monumental as this would appear on the battlefield. Zeldris is like, this can't be. What are you doing in Meliodas' body? It's the Demon King. Yeah, there we go. Not even a surprise. Like, I'd be more shook. And by the way, I should have preluded the video with this or prefaced the video with this. But you're not going to get like a hype reaction from me. If you've watched my videos and watched my reviews, you know the type of guy I am. And I'm not going to jump out my seat. I'm going to sit my fat ass down. And we're going to go through this whole thing sat down. I'm going to probably get a little hype, just not very much. So, Father, it's the Demon King in Meliodas' body. So that's pretty dope. I mean, like, actually, Meliodas' his dragon tattoo has gotten a lot larger and looks a lot more wild. I really like that touch. But so okay, so apparently gathering the Ten Commandments and inhabiting them makes you become. Is that like some sort of summoning for the Demon King? Like the Demon King was summoned into Meliodas' body, and that's how he's now essentially become Meliodas. I think it might be something along those lines. So Zeldris is shook. Meliodas is looking fire, but it's the Demon King. Zeldris is like, what's going on here? Didn't you say that you were going to make Meliodas the new king? Okay, so his father's like, in Meliodas' body. Did you truly believe I would allow a traitor like that to take the throne? All I wanted was a fresh, young, powerful body. Okay, so the Ten Commandments, once assimilated into one body, essentially summon the Demon King. I'm calling it. Let's go. Zeldris is shook. The commandments were fragments of my power. He who absorbs them all shall become the Demon King. In other words, they will become my new vessel for me to inhabit. Surprise. All right, now, obviously, none of us call this. I didn't call this at all. Everyone surrounds him like they're about to do something. Escanor stood in front of Merlin. Merlin's quads are on fire. I mean, like, Merlin has not been skipping leg day. She's been working those hammies too. I mean, like, deadlifts deluxe, Romanian deadlifts too. I'm like, geez. She has not skipped leg day. That's surprising. I might focus on that for a second. But okay, so Meliodas is looking, or the Demon King is looking dope as hell. Those two kind of, they're not really wings. They're more like, I don't know how to really describe them. They're really Night's Watchy shoulder pads. So essentially, it's like crow wings, essentially raven wings, just in kind of jutting out back of his neck outwards. Just kind of decoration pieces on him, but he looks dope, and his hair is long down to about just above his lower back. Very Ichigo-esque when he turns into the hollow. Um, Diane's looking fierce. Elizabeth's there with her fists clenched, but kind of arched backwards. Like if she punched someone like that, way to break your wrist. And then we have Mr. Gartha no arms getting prepared to do something, but he ain't gonna do nothing. So okay, Elizabeth, leave Meliodas' body at once. If you're really a father, then do at least something for your own son. Something tells me that's not gonna work. For my son, I see. To grant the dearest wish of one's son is the duty of a father. Something tells me once again he doesn't carry that same kind of that feeling of a father. And I'm not sure why Hawk just says ho. You're a what? I was like what? He's just like ho, and it's spelled Hoe. I assume it's meant to be like huh, but he's just written ho. So like, good job, translator. But yeah. So something tells me that the Demon King is not going to be very accommodating towards his son or the duties of a father. So the Demon King says, very well, I've just come up with a good idea. Elizabeth, I shall free you from the curse of eternal rebirth that afflicts you. She's like, oh shit. She seems to be taken aback. Pugo, okay, so we're talking about Hawk here. Hey, oh, Mike Kage, how you doing? Yo, okay, we got people. Three of you. Okay, cool, let's go. You guys are trues. All right, so Elizabeth is shook. She's like, she's taken aback. And Pugo, wow, that was unexpected. This pig daddy can listen to reason after all. I can't believe you'd free Elizabeth from her curse yourself. Okay, so Hawk thinks that the Demon King is like some legit geezer. Big mistake. He's not gonna be a legit geezer. He's gonna say something real twisted in a sec. I can believe it. So I will break her curse and then I will kill her as brutally as possible. Oh, look at that! I mean, like that's pretty obvious. So Elizabeth is shook. When he sees your corpse, I wonder just how he'll react, suggesting that Meliodas is still somewhere within this vessel. So is the Demon King currently occupying it, and Meliodas has been pushed aside, kind of like two souls within one body. Once again, very Ichigo, taken over by his hollow and then breaking out, kind of thing. So Hawk literally shits himself. Actually, that's unique. Will he fall into despair upon knowing he'll never again be able to see you and lose his will to live? Hmm, quite possibly, or he'd be incredibly pissed. Or perhaps will he be relieved you are finally freed from your curse and thus lose his purpose in life? Well, if she died when her curse was removed and then didn't have any last goodbye with Meliodas, I'm pretty sure he'd be real pissed, like real pissed. Either way, it works out perfectly for me. Everyone is just shook. You see Merlin really gritting their teeth. Escanor still stood in front of her, shitting his pants. King's just stood there looking cool as hell. Don't you think so? Seven deadly sins. So the seven deadly sins just stood there. Yo, okay, so the Demon King uses one of these iron spider arms, very much like the Kyuubi when Naruto goes into his kind of when he first goes into Four Tails. How he uses his tails, he launches one of his arms forward, and it takes kind of like the shape of a hand, but in a very kind of dagger spear kind of formation. So he's essentially he's looking to stab Elizabeth with one of his iron spider hands. The drawing here, the artwork, by the way, is really, really good. Every shonen has an Aizen type character. Lol. Demon King was planning all this for a while. I bet. I know, right? That's a good point, actually. We always have that Aizen type character, the guy who's behind the scenes, always planning everything out. Every step has just gone there, and they're just like, I knew this would happen, and you're just like, I doubt it. I doubt it big time. It's like, imagine Peter Baelish and everything just went his way, and then at the end he's just like, haha, I knew you'd do that to me. For people who haven't watched Game of Thrones, no spoilers here, boys. So then we see, is that Galtha? I think Galtha quick times Elizabeth and jumps away with her. Yeah. So even with his one arm, he just grabs Elizabeth and he does one. Ready, Merlin. Hendy, get over here. So I think they're all planning to evac. Ha ha. Okay. Ha ha. Here I go. So Merlin. Okay. So she puts up a perfect cube. Boy, this is the Demon King. Perfect cube. Not the brightest idea. I mean, like, now you're all condensed in one area and the Demon King is literally in front of you. I'm not sure if I like this move by Merlin. She's panicking. So Hawk is shitting himself again. Pugyo let me into. So okay, she makes a separate a separate perfect cube for Hawk. King Diane, remember magical attacks won't work against the Demon King. Okay, so King and Diane are still outside. So is Mile, Reduciel, so got it. King and Diane are getting ready. Mile runs in, allow me to help as well. Let's go. I pressed right as if I was on manga stream. Sorry, boys. We will protect Elizabeth no matter what it takes. So they all take swipes, while Diane takes a major swipe at the Demon King. King goes in. I won't let you have your way with the captain's body. That's kind of that's kind of gay, dude. I mean, like, I ain't got nothing against it, but it was kind of gay, dude. But yeah, so King attacks with Chastity Fall. I mean, the artwork is insane. He lashes at the Demon King with Chastity Fall, whereas Diane hammers away at the Demon King with Gideon. And then we see, oh, look at this. Okay, so Mile coming with a flaming fist, just punching and absolutely decimating the Demon King. And he says impossible. He hasn't budged and isn't wincing at all from any of my attacks. Instead, he's perfectly blocking every last one. Okay, so the Demon King is blocking every last one. He's not just tanking every last one. So that's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? That's does anybody know the word I'm looking for? That's something that they can look forward to because he's actually blocking the physical attacks rather than just tanking them, suggesting that they would hurt him if they did hit him. So we see the Demon King just looking through his own blocks and through these attacks straight at Mile. I assume Mile's about to get his ass kicked. Okay, everyone gets their asses kicked by one of these, by both of the Iron Spider legs. He lashes out around himself in kind of a Beyblade fashion, knocking Diane away, knocking King away, knocking Mile away. Um, this is a beautiful panel. Absolutely. Does he even get rid? I think he gets rid of Perfect Cube in this attack as well. We see Diane getting wrecked. Yeah, Perfect Cube has been what's the word? Has been removed and negated. Everyone within it has been flung away. Hawk is somehow still in Perfect Cube. Ruduciel catches Mile, and King is just trying to regain his balance. So we see the back of the Demon King. We see this bubble is coming out of Elizabeth's head. She's coughing. We see some Diane underboob. Okay, cool. King realizes that this is a bad situation, like bad, bad, bad. After all these back-to-back battles, my magic is at its limit. So that's a good thing to remember. King has been fighting Zeldris for a long while now, and he was fighting Mael before that, or Esterasa, in his commandment form. So King is truly at his limit. He has nothing left in the tank. We see Mile, he's bleeding from the chest. Ruduciel telling him, stop it. You can't possibly compete against an opponent like him. Mile saying, I can't just sit doing nothing and allow Elizabeth to be killed. Once again, Mile is staying true. Like some of his core values is still there, which I really like. Mile still loves Elizabeth for who she is. And I'm not sure if he's so convinced about getting with her, but he still does love Elizabeth. But there's his kind, the way he goes about things is very different. He refuses to allow the Demon King to do whatever he's going to do because he can't let Elizabeth die, but also because he knows that other innocents are going to die, which he hasn't mentioned, but I'm pretty sure Mile is thinking. So the Demon King is all about greetings, friend Muhammad Adil. What's up, my G? How you doing? Oh, the Demon King's like, I simply cannot understand. Why do you continue to struggle in futility? I'm going to free her from her curse and grant her the repose of death. Sure, man, sure. So, hey, you, Demon Kingy. That sounds awfully like either Hawk or Ban. I'm hoping Ban. Please be Ban. Ah, Hawk. Man. So, if you dare harm a hair on Elizabeth's head, then you'll have the captain of the Scrap Disposal Knights, rather the king of Scraps, Lord Hawk, to deal with. Okay. And as the king of Scraps, once I unleash my true power, I'll be able to gobble you up in one bite. Now, this is going to remind him of his older brother, whose name was Wild. Let's see what happens. Hawk, don't taunt him. Oh, some demon king you are. You're shaking in your boots, aren't you? Okay, cool, cool. Is that creature a complete idiot? What is he doing? Grin. Okay, so the demon king's smiling, and he's just looking. Oh my god, Hawk's about to get wrecked. And by the way, there's gonna be no review for this. This is kind of like my review as I'm going. I'm giving like my opinions as I'm going. So there's not gonna be a 2-for-1 of Nanatsu no Taizai this week. It ain't charity week, boys. You're getting the one video. So the Demon King looks very, very confident. You see Ruducia questioning how stupid Hawk is. We know the answer to that. Pretty stupid. Hawk is there like, but why is he grinning? So then the Demon King lashes out at Hawk's perfect cube. He then pulls it away with his hand, and it looks to be like a bloody lump. I'm not too sure. Okay, yeah. So Hawk has been. Oh my God, he's been deep fried by whatever the Demon King just did to him. Just looking at that face of yours makes me boil with rage. I'll send you to your older brother right here and now. Damn. So like, oof, if he's suggesting the afterworld, Wild is dead. I'm pretty sure we were already aware of that. Wild is dead, and he's saying he's gonna send Hawk straight to him. So stop it, don't kill him. Is Elizabeth, and just before he essentially cuts through Hawk with his fingers, someone someone grabs Hawk and vanishes instantly, real quick. So this Ban, please be Ban. I want it to be Ban. Okay, so the Demon King is shocked. We see a very similar leopard print. What does he mean? How Maleface will look? Nani? Let me get to that part. Unless you're asking about something I said, in which case ask again. I didn't quite get that. Apologies. So yeah, we see the Demon King in Meliodas' body. He seems shocked, and we see that same leopard print which we've seen before. It's Ban in his little kind of crop top, and the Demon King's just stood there. Can you hear me, Captain? Okay, so he's trying to call out his boy. Elizabeth is happy. She's crying from one eye. So you made it back as Merlin. I always believed in him. Escanor. Yeah, Diane. He's Mael. The fox is Sin Hendrickson. What does he mean how Maleface will look when he kills? Okay, when he kills Elizabeth. So what he means by that, the Demon King in Meliodas' body. What he means by I want to see what Meliodas' face will look like is obviously if the Demon King kills Elizabeth, Meliodas will be full of grief, full of anger. He doesn't quite know exactly how Meliodas will respond, so he wants to see his face like change with all these emotions, and he wants to see essentially he wants to see the pain that Meliodas would go through. Looking at his face, he wants to physically see the pain Meliodas will go through when he kills Elizabeth, which is what he's saying. Hope you understand. So yeah, so Hendrickson's like the fox's sin. This is pretty hype. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting pretty hype. Let's kick this deadbeat dad out of yours. What? Let's kick this deadbeat dad of yours out of here already. Yas. All right. So his burden is greed, be it his best friends or his beloved. He will steal the prey he has targets on. The bandit Ban has joined the battle. And the next chapter is called Everyone's Feelings. So he has Hawk in his arms. The Demon King is just looking at him, smiling. He's just looking down on him, taller than the Demon King, um, looking confident as hell, looking ready to kick some ass. So let's just go through a few of the things that I want to talk about in this chapter. So first, like I said, Meliodas as the Demon King, or the Demon King as in Meliodas' body, looks awesome as hell. His design is awesome, and he just looks insane. And to be fair, the power level we're seeing from the Demon King here is more of what I actually expected from the original Demon. I expected like this guy was supposed to have had the balls, the sheer nut to challenge the Demon King. So for someone to be able to do something like that, I fully think that well, in my opinion, I expected the original demon to be something along the lines of what the Demon King is displaying here. Um, I love the fact that he's just dismantled everyone. Now, the key thing here, though, is we see Zeldris lying on the ground with the Demon King telling him that I'm not gonna let you get back with Gelda just as much as I'm gonna let Meliodas get back with Elizabeth. So that means that Zeldris is not on his dad's side. The Sin's on the Demon King side, obviously. Reducio, Mile is not on the dad. So like when we were all saying the reason why I didn't ever think that Meliodas would get like would ever come back good was because if he came back as a good guy on the side of good, then there would have been no final villain. So this essentially allows there to be a final villain. So what I'm trying to say is everyone is stacked against him. Reducio, Mile, Merlin, the Sins, Elizabeth, Hawk, and that's about it. But yeah, the Demon King looks awesome in Meliodas' body. But Zeldris is going to have a major part to play. And also the original Demon is somewhere around there, not doing anything, and he has yet to come into play, come do his thing. So he should also be at the like highest level of his shit. When he kills, what's Meliodas' role? Uh Flesh out that question, lengthen that question. I don't quite understand what you mean. Um, so Zeldris, yeah, he's gonna have to have something to do with the original demon, and they're gonna combine to do some shit against the Demon King because, like I said, the original demon should be at the highest form of his. I forgot what the actual translation is, but climax, according to Manga Stream, he should be at the highest level of that. I think it was called like critical or something like that. I don't know, but essentially, it's the more damage he takes, the more powerful he becomes exponentially. So, or was it actually? I don't think it was exponentially. Don't quote me on that. So he should be coming back to at least put some hurt on the Demon King. I really like the idea that the commandments were fragments of the Demon King's power, and essentially what they've done is they've whoever takes in the Ten Commandments becomes a new vessel for the Demon King. As I was reading through the chapter, I was calling it. I'm not saying I was theorizing. I'm just saying, as you kind of read from the beginning of the chapter, you realize what was going down. The chapter was okay. Yeah, no, I mean, like my boy Grim, looking right into his soul. I'm gonna look right into my camera. Is that? I can't go cockeyed and see where the camera is, but my boy Grim was making it out like this chapter was gonna blow me apart. It was a good chapter, no lies, about a 7, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, I think. And the Demon King coming into Meliodas' body totally blindsided me. Was not expecting that. However, this was not something which fully took me by surprise. It's not something I expected in the least, but it's not something where I just shit my pants and my bowels give way and stuff like that. World hunger has ended. Nothing like that. But I really like the idea, coming back to the main point of the commandments, kind of. I assume they kind of summon the Demon King in the body, so whoever absorbs all the commandments becomes the Demon King. This will become my new vessel for me to inhabit. So does that mean that the Demon King is at full power with his half in purgatory and his 10 commandments? Is he now 100%, or is he still only at like 50%? You don't think it's the final fight yet? Do you say that because the Supreme Deity isn't there? I don't know. So I wish Mile would. No, don't vanish. I wish Mile would use something like, "Where the hell are the comments? Get your asses back." Live chat. Oh, okay, so yes. Okay, so I wish Mile would use something like the one. Well, the one would require it to be around about high noon, and it's not high noon, so he can't really use that as of yet. Amory Beckles, my boy, ha, them I had, them I had class, bruh, bruh. So, yeah, so we see the Demon King saying that this is my new vessel to inhabit. The thumbnail has to be thumbnail's gonna be the double spread where we have everyone just kind of cornering, well, not really cornering, looking down on the Demon King. The Demon King looks dope, man. He's got like he's essentially got these skin tight gauntlets. He's got greaves on with like thigh pads made to fit the quads of a cow or some shit. I can't possibly watch this now in the middle of the video. Well, actually, it's coming to the end of the video, so even worse. But yeah, it should be uploading to my channel as well. I mean, it's already at half an hour. I didn't think it'd be anywhere near this long, but actually, props to Grim for telling me to do this. I only did it because Grim wanted. You know what? I sent Grim a selfie while I was at work, and then he told me to do a live reaction. So I'm not sure if he kind of swings that way, but Grim, I'm on to you, boy. But yeah, so I think that's got to be my thumbnail. And the Demon King, I love his arrogance. He's just there, like he doesn't give a shit about anyone. It's not that he's innately evil. Like you see while he's talking to Elizabeth, he seems genuinely happy. Maybe it's just to be back, but he's like, I don't think it's that he's innately evil per se. He's just a giant douchebag, And he might think lesser of like the other races, like the humans, the goddesses, and all of that, giants, fairies, but he seems like if he was amongst demon kind, he would probably be a really nice guy, possibly. Let me know what you guys think of that. So, what else can I say? I will break. Yeah, the king. The demon king saying that he will kill Elizabeth in as brutal as a fashion as possible, just to see how Meliodas will react. Will he lose his will to live? Will he or will he be relieved? Oh yeah, will he be relieved that you're finally dead and relieved of your curse? No, I'm pretty sure we all know how Meliodas would react if Elizabeth was brutally murdered. He would be pissed off. He would be really pissed off. He would try his best to get out of his father's body and just kill him in any way he could. So how do you think Mel is going to get his body back? Mm, Good question. How do I think Meliodas is going to get his body back? So I'm on the spot here. Let's see how quickly can I think. Bruh, comments galore. Okay, so I think Meliodas is going to get his body back either by willpower, so he's going to outwill his father, or Bon is gonna have to have contributed in some way, like he's gonna gift Meliodas some energy, but then that would indirectly gift the Demon King. So he's gonna have to be, or maybe he'll snatch Meliodas to the front of his body or something like that. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Like he'll use his ability snatch to pull Meliodas to the forefront of his body rather than the Demon King. So maybe let me know what y'all think of that. It might just be pure bullshit, but I'm willing to think about it. How do you think the situation is similar to the father from Full Metal Brotherhood? Yes, it is. I think. Yeah, I can see that. Lol, Grim the man. Well, I will be back when the whole thing is uploaded and just saying I am a fan of the last two pages. Don't want to spoil. The real is back, bruh. I know. Bonnie's back. It's a bad damn time. The Supreme Deity can't be that different from the Demon King. I mean, both of them worked together in the past, bruh. Meliodas is blonde. Meliodas has like green eyes. Meliodas used a move that took off the Demon King's arm. Grim is the one who voiced his opinion first out of our guys, but I'm getting the feeling that Meliodas might be the product of a demon and a goddess. Let's just leave it at that. So if he, what you just say? Oh crap. So if you do that, we won't see Meliodas OG power. Hmm. Well, Meliodas should already be at OG power. I mean, like taking in the Ten Commandments, that was never going to be his OG power. That was going to be like a new G power. That was going to be on a level he's never been before. But if Meliodas is somehow pulled out, uh, or maybe this might actually be a thing. Maybe Meliodas' emotions came back. If they came back with a physical body and Meliodas was then snatched out of the Demon King's body and put into that body, that would be a bit hacks because Meliodas' emotions shouldn't really have come back with a body. I'd have an issue with that, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the Demon King is very like I said he was going to be a swell guy, but like he's twisted as well. You see it here when he's like, will my son lose his will to live, or will he be relieved of your of you being relieved of your curse, and then lose his purpose in life? His father called him the Destroyer, maybe the destroyer of marriages. Who knows? We haven't seen his wife or his mom, Meliodas' mom. Honestly, I hope next chapter is not what don't disappear on is not Ban actually putting a fight because even if he is stronger, I still don't believe he should be Demon King level. I agree with you to an extent, but the Ban was fighting against the Demon King in Purgatory for like hundreds and hundreds of times. Thousands of battles, I think, might have gone by. And they were still getting their asses whooped, to be honest. But this time around, Ban is surrounded by everyone. Literally everyone that could have done anything in the story, he is surrounded by them. And he got past the Demon King with just Meliodas' his emotions. So that's not even Meliodas at his full strength. Meliodas' his emotions and Wild, who seemed to be stronger than the both of them at that time. His wife possibly could be the supreme deity. Indeed, Muhammad Adil, I did suggest that. But it's not my suggestion, it's something that people have said. And Grim and me are kind of like on that path. It might just be another goddess, but the supreme deity is kind of there. Mel Powell called Destroyer. You reckon his power is called the Destroyer, or he was being referred to as the Destroyer? Let me know. So, yeah, I like how the Demon King comes out and he directly challenges the seven deadly sins. You have to remember the seven deadly sins were composed and were gathered to take on the Ten Commandments. They were gathered to defeat the Ten Commandments, and now the Ten Commandments are in one entity together. Can the seven deadly sins technically fulfill their role and still take on the Ten Commandments? Unless, of course, the Demon King has the rest of the other 50% of his power from Purgatory, if the 50% of his power was actually there, and he's 100%, in which case everyone's going to need to put in some work, everyone's going to need to put in a shift. It's going to be big time. But Bon is the key player here, and if Merlin pulls out Kuda shoes from like a cleavage or some shit, I will be pissed. I mean, like I want to see Bon with Kuda shoes. I don't want to see Merlin do something hacks. If Merlin does anything hacks, I will be pissed. Big time pissed. I love the Demon King's strength. I love seeing him just he completely negates Merlin's perfect cube around herself, which should be the stronger of the two, and around everyone else. And you see the Demon King, he is very physically capable. I mean, he can block all magical attacks directed towards him. He can well, they don't work on him because he inverts them, so anything that kind of damages him instead heals him in some way or improves his kind of or gives to him rather than takes from him in terms of damage. And but physically he's there blocking all these attacks from someone like Maya going in for the kill this time. So like the Demon King, like just seeing his Iron Spider Beyblade, that actually might be. Nah, I think the double spread is still gonna have to be the thumbnail, but this is a very close second. I loved seeing that. This was a really good chapter, around about an 8. And actually, I'm gonna go 9. There's nothing really wrong with this chapter. It's just that I'm not. I think it was overhyped for me. It might have been overhyped. Don't forget that Bond lost his. Yes, Bond has lost his immortality as well, but Bond should be exceedingly fast right now. So like him taking hits, him taking damage, we'll see how that goes. Uh, Stop it. This is bad. Yeah, so King obviously being drained. Everyone the weird thing here is everyone seems to already be on the verge of kind of being extinguished anyway, energetically speaking. So we have King who's at his limit. He's not hurt, but he's at his limit. Mile is hurt and at his limit. Um, Galtha has no, he doesn't have an arm. He seems to be at his limit. Eskimo doesn't have his abilities. Merlin is at her limit. So like even though I say that the Sins and everyone there is going to be backing up our boy Ban, they're all at like 20% of their original power. So like I'm not sure how this is going to go. Is Ban going to gift all his like everyone some energy or something like that? Then that would lessen how much energy Ban has and stuff like that. So I'm not sure how it's going to go. But I need to wrap this up. So within the next 5 minutes, this should be done. So is that yeah? So the Demon King trying to kill Hawk. I mean, like he's cray cray, but he does have beef with Wild, so I can see why he would go about doing that. Um, and then obviously Ban appearing out of nowhere, he's like surprise, motherfucker. But and the fact that he instantly says, "Can you hear me, Captain?" Calling out to the soul that's being trapped within this vessel, which is Meliodas' soul. Um, and then talking to him almost as if he's there, saying, "Let's kick this deadbeat dad of yours out of here already." I'm not sure how this is gonna go, how this is gonna go down. Whether Bond's gonna snatch him out or something like that. Whether Bond's gonna simply will him out. I mean, like the fact that the next chapter is called "Everyone's Feelings." Not feeling that. Not feeling that. Oh, don't forget that. Okay, yeah. So people say Meliodas is Miles' brother, and Zeldris is Reducio. I can see that, but nah. I mean, like, let's be real here. Nah, I don't think so. I mean, like, Mile and Meliodas, I can see that they look the same. Yeah, they do look the same. Reduciel has the black hair. Mile and Meliodas look more. I hope not too, bruh. Stay deceased. Trust me. They do look the same, Mile and Meliodas. Same mother, maybe. That's what I'm saying, boy. That's what I'm saying. I think Supreme Deity might have gotten jiggy with it. God please help, bruh. Meliodas is blonde, man. I mean, like, how many blonde demons have we seen? We've seen who, what was Daddy Yeti? Daddy Yeti had light colored hair. I'm not too sure what the actual color was, but how many blonde demons have we actually seen? I can't recall. I haven't reread Nanatsu no Taizai, but how many minutes have I got left? 2 minutes. All right, let's go. So I like the fact that Bond's calling him out. Whether he snatches Meliodas out, whether he wills him out. Like I said, that's what I was saying. The fact that the next chapter is called "Everyone's Feelings." Everyone should keep an eye on their son's anime. Have big issues with families. I know, right? Every one of these animes, like they got issues. They got family issues. The parents on theirs. Like where the hell? Miles' hair is colored is silver though. Is it silver? I mean, I know Esteros was silver, but that's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, live reacted. Yeah. Hey, Grim. Hey, bruh. Like this. I call you out a couple times, but like, no, I'm glad. I'm glad you told me to do this because this has been pretty fun. And the chapter wasn't as like I didn't go ape shit. It wasn't as like amazing as I thought it was gonna be, but it was a pretty dope chapter. I'm giving it. I think I'm gonna retake the marking I got. Grim the man. My thumb. Sorry, wrong guy. Bro, I don't know what you want. But yeah, it was a dope chapter though. I'm gonna give it a solid like 9 out of 10. Just the fact that we got to see Bond, but I was fully expecting him to return. But the fact I want to get back to the point that the next chapter is called Everyone's Feelings, suggesting that everyone's feelings are gonna come. Are you gonna do more live reactions? No, probably not. I mean, like, look, it's going on for like 40 minutes, bro. I can't do more live reactions like this. But to be fair, it does remove the need for me to to edit, because you're getting me live, you're getting me in person. But then you hear me like freaking blowing my nose and shit like that. You hear me, my nose is running big time, by the way, like big time. I think I got a cold, but yeah. So the fact that next chapter is called "Everyone's Feelings," it okay. I like you, man, Michelle Ahmed. I like you a lot. So everyone's feelings. I might. My phone is posting by himself. Yeah, your phone's posted by itself, bruh. as long as the beard's around, we good, bruh. I hope the beard stays, inshallah. It stays and continues to grow thick and strong. No homo. All the homo, bro. Come on. But the next chapter, let me get to the point. The next chapter, everyone's feelings, that's what it's called. This, I hope to God it's not some fairy tale level shit where like everyone stood there saying, Meliodas, please come back. And then he's just there basically like, hold the line. And he pops out again. Like that would royally piss me off if Meliodas comes back because everyone essentially calls upon him and he feels that, you know what, everyone's willing me back into existence. I have to come back. But brother, Nakama power of friendship, nah, I'm not down for that. Like if you good friends, that's cool, but like it's called everyone's feelings, bro. There's only one manga ever that would have a chapter called everyone's feelings. That was Fairy Tail. We know how that went. We didn't like it. It was only good for about 3, 4 arcs, and then it kind of just went Urza win because she's Urza, and I'm just like, nani? But it's called everyone's feelings. Unless everyone's feelings somehow like siphon in, like Bond siphons their feelings into energy and then kicks the shit out of the Demon King, that would be stupid as well. Do you think he's trapped in the body that he didn't get a chance to return? Ooh, well, part of Meliodas' soul should still be within the Demon King's body, right? Well, in his Meliodas adult form. More fairy tale, please, brat. Yeah, you best be joking. So yeah, Meliodas' soul should actually be trapped in the Demon King's body, and it's just his emotions which are separate. So his emotions shouldn't have been his like soul. I think it was his soul and his body was still here, and his emotions have been separated. So his emotions should come back as kind of their own thing, not a physical body like a lump or some shit. And Meliodas should be trapped within his daddy's body. So that's what I'm thinking. We're at 42 minutes now. And that's pretty much it. Actually, Elizabeth did it first in season episode 11. Bruh, I watched the anime, so sorry about that. What can I say? But I really do love. I think one of the best things about this chapter is the Demon King's design and his whole attitude. You can see where Meliodas kind of gets his mess around side from. His dad is exactly the same. His dad's there smiling, laughing. That's why it's not the final fight. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, will the Supreme Deity come back? Meliodas does need to fight. Yeah, I agree with that. Meliodas does need to fight. Demon King is dirty as fuck. What you mean, like, as in he looks filthy, bruh? He looks filthy. He looks dope. Look at him, bruh. He's got this like Iron Spider thing going on. I think he looks amazing. And the fact that he's got like that skin tight gauntlet thing going, and then he's got the big ass greaves on his legs, awesome. I'm loving this guy, bro. I think he looks dope. The one thing I've always had with Ban, before we wrap up. By the way, if you have any questions, ask them now because this is my live reaction. This is my review. This is my Taizai for this week. This is all you getting. No two videos, bro. You ain't getting a review and a live reaction. I don't have the balls to do something like that. Nah, we're not doing that. So let me know any questions you guys got. Drop them. But the one thing I've always wanted Bond to do is pull up your pants, boy. I mean, like, literally, like, he's definitely clean. Oh, someone's watching Rick and Morty. That's cool. Okay, so like, he just needs to pull up his pants because I do not want to see the front side. I do not want to see the back side, unless you murder him or something. But nah, not from Bond. So trust me. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. Let me know what you guys thought of this review slash live reaction slash it's your boy Zonin. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Wait, look at that, getting in the nick of time. Do you think the Demon King can use the ruler and Meliodas' true power? I don't think you can use Meliodas' true power. I think that's innate to each individual just because you're inhabiting, because I think it's something that's intertwined in their soul. Let's get real deep here. So your ability is like really, really like the fibers of your soul. That's where your ability comes from. So I don't think he's going to be able to use Meliodas' ability per se, but I do think he's going to be able to use his own abilities, which were the ruler. So the main character is, boy, why your comments always going? I need to do this, and my nose is running. The main character is Meliodas, and he's so the main character is Meliodas, and he's gone since the last chapter. I think he should awaken, bruh. That's what they're trying to get to. That's what Bond's trying to get to. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think the Demon King will be able to use Meliodas' ability, and because he seemed to be shocked that Meliodas was able to use Meliodas' ability. And if he came out and was like, "Yeah, I'm going to use this ability now," and then display proficiency in it, that would annoy me. That would be like an Urza thing, like, "Ah, I can't use this weapon, but I'm a master." So I think Bond should be useless compared to the Demon King. No, I do not agree with you, Michelle. Don't agree with you there. I think Bond should be able to like he should be able to do something in some way, but I don't think he should be able to tank the Demon King or make him useless or completely like defeat him in one shot or anything like that. But I think he should be able to at least annoy the Demon King. Like he should be. That's very minimum. He should be able to at least annoy the Demon King. You have to remember that um, that he can gift the Demon King like energy, and if he like siphons everyone's energy around him, he can just. Did you see? If he siphons everyone's energy around him and feeds it into the Demon King will probably get weaker or something like that. So did you see King tank an attack that broke the perfect cube? bruh, bruh. Okay, because I saw the perfect cube break, but I didn't see where King was. Let me see this. Let me see this. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. King was just sliding back. Yeah. Uh, but I assume that's because he was airborne and he has his wings to stop him, whereas everyone else has to kind of slide along the ground and let physics stop them. So agree, maybe he missed, possibly that too. I mean, like Diane seems to have taken the worst of the shots there. The Demon King can turn his power on and off that too. So like even if he's aware of Ban um, gifting him in purgatory, so if he feels that sensation again, he's just going to cut off his ability. So it's going to be a difficult fight. It's going to be a really difficult fight. Mama Hawk will kill the Demon King. If that happened, if that happened, I would delete Nanatsu no Taizai, bro. Just delete it. Nah, no more. Just delete it, bruh. If that happened, Taizai would be disgusting. That would actually be like I'd have to live react to that. I'd need Grim to read it before. Grim always reads it before I do. So horrible. I know, bro. But yeah, Grim always reads it before I do, which is why, like, y'all gotta rate Grim for this because he's the reason why I'm actually doing this live review. So much love. Hashtag kinda some homo, but not complete homo because we don't roll that way. But yeah, definitely this chapter was really good. A solid 9 out of 10 is what I'm rating it. Like the video, comment, subscribe, share, talk, write about it in your diaries, all that shit. That was bend his finger. So write about it in your diaries, and I think that's about it. I don't actually know how to end the live stream, so if Grim is still here, Grim, how do I end this live stream? Do I just click the cross on the top? I think they should explain the Demon King and the Supreme Deities past. How did they become this powerful? They should explain how they freaking brofist my yeah, brofist my phone. But yeah, they should explain how the Demon King and the Supreme Deity had you on your own. What? Okay, so fine, man. I'll find out. But actually, I'll do it while I'm talking. So they should explain the past of the Demon King and the Supreme Deity. I would be down for that. They should, I think, more than like how they met and stuff like that. What was the actual question or the comment? How did they become so powerful? More than that, forget like how they became powerful. These guys are just like anomalies of nature and stuff like that. I'm down for that. There's always people like that in every nation and every kingdom, whether it be animals, insects, whatever. What they should explain is why they're enemies. Like, yeah, there's a tendency for some like we're the dark ones, we're the light ones. Like darkness, light. Let's not get too deep, but there's always that kind of inner conflict between people anyway, between anyone that's different to them. But there has to be a more meaningful reason for why the Demon King and the Supreme Deity have got beef, and whether it's something like the Demon King got frisky one night, got the Supreme Deity pregnant. She had Meliodas, and then he like the Demon King took him away because he was born in like 10 minutes or something like that, and then he raised Meliodas, and then she vowed to never like be friends with him again. They'd never sleep together again or some shit, something like that. I don't know. I wouldn't be down for that, but I'm just saying like there has to be a further reason for why the Demon King and the Supreme Deity and their races have so much beef for one another. So once again, yeah, big time drama. So once again, let me know what you guys saw this review slash live reaction. I'm going too far. Right. Okay, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for joining this live stream. Love you all. Appreciate it. And hopefully the X is actually how I take this off. People got anger. King get power up. Do you think it'll happen to Ban? Ban's already got his power up. We're gonna go. I'll see you guys later. See you.